I would have to wash the brush manually every time I switch colors, and then put it back in, and then put in a new jar of paint, and then start it up again. So once I realized I didn't want to be changing paint and washing brushes the rest of my life, I started building everything you see here. And this was actually a lot of fun, and it went together real quickly. It's logically pretty straightforward. You have a cylinder and you give it air, in this case in this direction, and then this will move out, and you give it air in the other direction and it moves back. So the idea is that this pivots around and goes down and goes over, grabs the paint, and then comes back. However, when you do something with air, you don't know if it actually got there or not. Did this come all the way out, or did that always, get to where it was going? And there are signals that said, yeah, I gave you 3 seconds to get over there in the software, and yeah, you got there, so now you can go and open the grippers to grab the next jar of paint. And so that's all this feedback is, going through all these cables back up over to the robot's computer. Another piece I had to build was the brush washer, this vertical brush washer here. After a few iterations, when it still didn't work right, I cried for 2 days, which is kind of normal. And then you think about it and think about it and you think about it. If I was to do this myself, I'd just go to the sink and I'd just mush it down and I'd go like that with the running water, and I'd clean it that way. So I added a 4-legged stool here, kind of where that purple line is. Second robot's going up and down. The first robot's going left and right and twisting, and it's swirling around in there. And I do a pre-wash and a post-wash, and then it takes the dirty water away. So then when you go to a really big brush, though, like this guy, how do you get all the water out? So the little guy, it's easy. You just kind of go like this and this. And then when I went to a little bit bigger brush, I made this V. But then when you go to a really big brush, like this guy, then I added a blow dryer here, just like your hair. So here's the back side of the robot. This is about a 4-foot square panel. So at the top up here is where the compressed air comes in. It's filtered, and then the air pressures drop down a little bit. And then in the middle are all the valves that turn on the on and off air lines that goes to the pneumatics, like the pivot and the gripper and stuff. So that's all controlled here. These all have signals from the computer on a bus called a CAN bus that turns things on and off. And then down here I have clean water and dirty water, and this is the pump that pushes it to the drain in the utility room. So it's not like you conceptualize the whole thing at the beginning. It kind of evolves and keeps going, and it actually takes trial and error and years of developing and years of experience to figure all this out and to get it right. I mean, obviously the next time around it'd be a lot easier, but there's just so many things you have to work through as you're going along.